Have you ever thought about rethinking your drink? Today, I will provide you some information that may change the way that may have you think before you take a drink. Many drinks contain sugars. Sugars is directly linked to obesity and worldwide. Today, I will go over a few statistics and basics, and at the end of this presentation, you will decide for yourself, should you rethink your drink. First, let me define sugar. Sugar is basically a pure white substance that it comes from either sugar canes, sugar beets. Sugar is a type of carbohydrate as well. Now there's two types of sugars. There's natural sugar and added sugars. Natural sugars, just like the word mentions, is found in several things such as milk, fruit juices, fruits, vegetables. Whereas added sugars are added to processed foods such as jams and jellies to keep them from spoiling. It adds flavor or color to our foods and drinks. Sugar is also added to alcohol to help ferment the alcohol, or fresh baked goods to keep them fresh. There's many disguises of sugar. There's different types of words that you can use to define sugar, such as honey, high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, cane sugar. Those are all types of sugars that are used in different ways, shapes, or forms to keep your foods fresh, to keep your alcohols fermented, to add color or flavor to certain foods and drinks. And although sugar may taste wonderful, I'd be the #1 advocate to say so, sugar has also been found to be directly linked to obesity in not only our nation, but worldwide. Did you know that in India particularly, there is 1.2 billion people that live there? Out of 1.2 billion, 40% of Indians are considered obese. Now, let me also mention that in the United States, there's 318 million residents. That's significantly less than India if you compare the two. Out of 318 million people in the United States, 86% are considered obese. That is over 3/4 of our residents. Catch your attention yet? So, what are the health risks of consuming too much sugar? Sugar is directly linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, gout, tooth decay, just to name a few. Women who drink one or more sugary drinks per day have twice the amount of risk of developing diabetes. Children who drink sugary drinks on a daily basis become 60% at risk for obesity. Now that's a significant amount. Now, how much sugar do you believe our Americans drink or eat on a daily basis? Did you know that the average American consumes about 130 pounds of sugar per year? That equals 22 teaspoons per day and over 350 calories per day consumed. Now, You may want to ask yourself, so how much should we consume per day? The American Heart Association states that women should consume no more than 6 grams of sugar per day, and men no more than 9 teaspoons per day. So, based on the information that I've gave you, we're consuming 3 times the amount of sugars that the American Heart Association recommends. So, now let's focus on drinks for a moment. A can of soda contains, a 12 ounce of soda contains 10 teaspoons of sugar. A 20 ounce can of soda is 16 teaspoons of sugar, and a Red Bull is 27 teaspoons of sugar. Now, compared to the American Heart Association recommendations, we are consuming 2, 3, 4 times more the amount of sugar per drink. Is that directly linked back to obesity? I'd say so. Now, let's focus on a few other drinks. Besides soda, fruit juices, although yes, they contain the natural sugars that we discussed earlier, contain a highly significant amount of sugar. The recommendation is to drink no more than half a cup of natural fruit juices per day. So, how much sugar do we actually consume via drinking? Statistics state that 50% of our added sugars that we consume on a daily basis come from the drinks we consume. The other 50% come from the foods we eat. Basically, when we drink drinks, we are drinking empty calories and we don't notice the amount of sugars that we're consuming. They're also considered empty calories, and usually within an hour or two, we do not feel full and we're ready to either eat or drink again. Whereas when we sit down and have a meal, we are conscious of what we're eating and tend to be a longer span before we decide to eat again. So, 50% of our added sugars come from drinks alone. Now, let me also bring this to the table. It takes 1 hour to burn approximately 240 calories walking at a brisk rate. Therefore, it will take about 1 hour to burn 1 12-ounce of soda that has 150 calories and 10 teaspoons of sugar. Is it worth it, I ask you? Now, what can we do to substitute our sugary drinks for healthy drinks? Well, some things that we can do is drink water, tea, or coffee. Now, water may sound boring. I have to agree with you. And personally, in the past, I used to drink a lot of soda. However, after becoming informed about the sugary drinks and direct links to health and obesity, I made a conscious decision to focus more on drinking water. Statistics state that we should drink about half the ounces of our weight. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, you should drink 75 ounces per day. That's a lot of water. So, how do we make it interesting? Well, we can add packets of powdery drinks that contain 0 sugars and they're 5 calories. Some other ways that can make water fun is to add lemon or lime to it. Another key to that is if indeed though the first two examples are not something that interests you, is watering down your juices. You can put 50% juice, 50% water, or purchase juices that are sugar-free. Now, I know sugar-free may not sound like a fun choice, and it is an acquired taste. However, it's at the end of the road healthier than drinking those sugary drinks we discussed a while ago. Be wise. Read your labels. Your labels are the key to determining whether the drink that you have picked up or would like to drink is worth it. So, remember, one small change will make a difference. If you only substitute one 20-ounce can of soda with water, you are at a rate to lose 25 pounds in 1 year. Added sugars is everywhere. So make it a point and make it a choice to read the labels and consume less sugars. By doing so, we will be healthier. We will lessen our chances of being obese. And most importantly, we will be well. Think before you drink and ask yourself, is it worth it?